Hi, I'm Dan. I'm the healthiest guy you know, or at least that's what they told me before they told me I had cancer back in April. See, I was the healthiest guy you know. I've run 25 half marathons. I've run 7 marathons. I did a half Ironman. I rode my bike from Florence to Rome, and I ran track in college. So in October, when I wasn't feeling well, I went to the doctor and I said to them, there's something wrong. And they said, you're the healthiest guy we know. And I said, you're sorry to be an asshole, but you're going to test me. And they came back and tested me, and 24 hours later, they found 3 tumors, and I had cancer. I didn't really know what to do, but I knew that 72 hours later, I was at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, and I was in the first round of 6 rounds of chemotherapy. Now, I know some people may say this is called humor with tumor, and I saw a guy back there on Tinder, and he's like, dude, I got a date in 3 hours, don't bring me down. So I said, promise, I won't bring you down. But what I learned is that there's 2 ways people treat cancer. They either keep it private or they broadcast it public. Now, in the interest of disclosure, I'm not this guy, nor do I know him, nor do I know he has cancer. But what I decided is I was going to broadcast things in my life and do it with a sense of sunshine. So I went out to broadcast this and try to approach this with the most positive ways possible. And I went to Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, who's amazing, and I printed up T-shirts before each round of my chemo treatment. And I counted them down 1 through 6, and I began to sell T-shirts in the lobby. The people at Dana-Farber are amazing. They go to like the Disney School of Management, and how they have smiles on their face that I don't know every day. But I went up to them, I used to say before chemo's treatments, hi, I'm here for the free pizza. And then I hit the road in Boston, and I put on Twitter and I put up on Instagram, I tried to pull over taxi cabs with my mask and my gloves due to infection. I used to count how many taxis on Boylston Street used to pass me. And then as an entrepreneur, I came to conferences. And I came to conferences like this, and I was scared to share it with people. And I told them I was under the weather, I had allergies, and then I started sharing cancer, and I started giving elbows to everybody not to exchange germs and hands, which I encourage you to do. So Elbows Up became my charity, which I just founded, and people in Boston are giving each other elbows. Then I decided I was an athlete, and I said, wait a second, I'm a cyclist, I have cancer, and I'm taking 42 steroid pills a month. I'm basically Lance Armstrong. So I decided to go out, and I decided to ride the Charles every day and entered road races. And then in the spirit of God only throws you things you can handle, the day after I found out I had cancer, my wife and I found out we were pregnant. So we said, how the hell are we going to approach this? And people think we should be on Messed Up Couples magazine, but we approached it with fun, and we booked tables at Capitol Grill for tables of 5, her, me, and my 3 tumors. And we decided that we were going to approach this. 3 weeks ago, I was deemed cancer-free. And I share this because I don't want to forget what I went through and how much I learned. I learned that this can be a surreal gift. There's so many people that don't have the benefit that I've had so far, and I know they passed away of the disease, but I've learned that you have to work through fear. Whether starting a business, trying to raise money, which I'm doing, you have to work through fear. The second is I'm a long-term planner, and I had no choice but to just take things one day at a time. And that was very hard. I never looked at a calendar. I never knew what was coming the next day. The other thing is I added a perspective day to my calendar. Every 3 weeks for the next forever, I'm going to have a chemo day. Stop and remember what I went through. I've learned with people, forget Twitter and text, and I know it's social media, but nothing beats face-to-face communication. And I learned not to judge people that didn't call, and to the people that use negative words, I told them to fuck off. And basically, God throws you only what you can handle, but what I learned is you really don't learn a lot. People said to me that the skies won't open, that you'll just have days when you say, this is why I survived. And it's a really powerful phrase because even in the last week, I find myself wasting time on the couch watching TV, and I'm like, this is why I survived, get your butt up and get out the door. So when I look at why I survived for a number of reasons, I think. The first one is that this was Acadia National Park on Monday. I went up to Acadia National Park, and I'm not a morning person. I got up at 4 a.m. to see the sunrise because it's the most eastern part of the United States where the sun rises. And I went down to Bubble Lake at 5 a.m. for sunrise, 6 o'clock, and I said, this is why I survived. The second thing is being here. Hopefully my message can communicate to people. I've never spoken to anyone. This is 3 weeks before. And hopefully one person will go get checked out because of this or just be inspired differently. Or the guy on back in Tinder may be up all night with some girl and be like, this is why I survived. But most of all, my name's Dan Schorr. I'm cancer-free. And on December 15th, I'm going to be a dad. So to everybody, I just say, give me an elbow up. And if you want to donate, we're walking the Boston Marathon course on Sunday as part of Team's Elbows Up. We'd love to have you, or at least if you want to contribute, you can find it on the Dana-Farber site. Thank you very much.